Hello everyone. I wanted to get on today and go over a few of the eyeshadows that we have left. So I am Justine Powell, Mama.Justine with Maskcara Beauty. And if you haven't heard, we have an amazing sale right now, $8 eyeshadows while supplies last. So I'm gonna go through, this is my favorite makeup. This is Maskcara Beauty. This is my mini double decker. And that's what I'm going to be working out of. Highlights and contours are on one level, blushes and Illuminator, whatever you'd like, is on one level, and then powders and eyeshadows are on the other. Hi Michelle, thanks for being here. So I'm gonna quickly go over, today I'm going to be using Mango for my highlight. And I'm gonna just super quick go through my face part because I want to show you just how simple it is, and then I'm going to spend just a little bit of time on eyes. So this is my first time completely using my phone as my mirror, so I'll just tell you that from the beginning. So we will see how this goes. And it's such a nice day here. It's been such a hot summer the last little bit that it's cooled off. Our air conditioner hasn't even come on yet. So the doors are open in the background, so hopefully that's not putting too much glare on. So this is my 30-second hack. And I love the way that this covers. Just makes everything just, a little bit goes a long way. That is super, super important to know about this makeup. If you're getting too much on, you're going to see it. You're not going to be happy with it. I like to kind of go over my eyelids. I've yet to meet anybody who's not a little bit dark through here. And so that's what I like to do. Okay. This is Mango. I'm not sure if I said that yet. Mango is awesome. Like if you have some redness here, I have a little bit more color. Oh, thank you, Ashley. Welcome. Thanks for being here. Hi, Cassie. Anyway, if you have extra dark spots or some redness or things like that, Mango is super good for that, no matter what color you are. If you'd like to have help being color matched, message me a picture. So I'm gonna go back in. This is the detail hack. I'm going in with June, so right underneath my eyes. I like to get just a little bit, if I got too much product on there, I like to just put it a little bit, even it out so that I'm not using too much. Rule of thumb, kind of go down along the nose and then a V on the outside of the eye, and you just kind of start filling that in. That's usually the area that people are a little darker or need just a little bit of extra coverage. And then I'm going in right on top of the lid with this June. One thing I love about this brush is the flat side on the other side. You can go in and just gently sweep it. I'm barely touching the brush, but it is just blend, blend, blend. Make sure that you're always blending. All right, so let me get the other side here. Again, you're gonna make that little V coming down, coming up into this dark area, and this lightens and brightens. So I generally always recommend 2 colors because one is kind of your base color, or if you have some darkness or redness that you'd like to cover, and then the other one is for brightening. And again, just kind of sweep that and go over. Okay, so then with my lighter color, I'm just gonna kind of go down on the top of my nose. And if you want to have any light down here or wherever, whatever you want to do. That's the beauty of this. Hi, Lori. Thank you so much. Thanks for being here. Alrighty, so now I'm going into my contour. I like to, I'm gonna show you with a detail hack. This is our brand new color. It's called Astoria. So I like to just load a little bit. You don't need a lot. So just can't emphasize that enough, that you don't need very much. So just kind of create a base there, and so there's a bone right here, and you just kind of push up against that cheekbone, bringing it down. You don't want to go too far in here. You don't want to go too far down, too far up. It's just creating dimension. So now with this side, just bringing it right underneath there. Okay, and clearly I'm not going to leave stripes on my face. I just want to show you. Okay, and if you get a little too far in, these are double-sided brushes, and you can just blend that out really well. Okay, and while I've got my detail hack brush, I'm going to go ahead and do my nose, and then I'll go back in and blend that. So right here, eyebrow, good rule of thumb to come straight down. And then that's usually a pretty good place to be. If you have a nose that you want to kind of pull in a little bit, then you kind of bring it up a little bit. If you want to make your nose a little wider, bring it down a little bit. So, but I just kind of want to do a little bit of shadowing, bring it to here. So you want to kind of connect the dots there. So you don't want to just have like two stripes going down there. Again, you can just turn that over, soften your line so that it's just a shadow and not a stripe. Okay, so now I'm gonna go back with my 30-second hack and just put just a little bit, but I'm just gonna blend this out. Now you don't have to do that with the detail hack brush. I just like to get a more defined line sometimes, but you can certainly put your contour on with the 30-second hack. Okay, and then it's just blended out. I absolutely love this newest color that we have. It's called Astoria. It's perfect for me. If you're familiar with our makeup, it's kind of it's between an olive and an indigo, which is our two darker colors. And for me, olive wasn't quite dark enough and indigo was a little dark, so I used to mix them. Now I don't have to do that, so I love that. All right, putting just a little bit more there. Come up onto the forehead. So this whole part of my face takes me typically about 5 to 10 minutes is all. It's really fast. And here, you just take it right underneath the jaw and then sweep it to the front. You don't want to put a whole bunch here. You just kind of bring it here and sweep it to the front. And then that just kind of creates dimension. All right, I'm gonna just set with a little bit of powder before I put on my blush. So this is our setting powder. As you can see, mine is, I'm starting to see the tin on the bottom of that. This is our powder brush. One thing that I absolutely love, love, love about this concept, there's so many things, but as soon as I'm done with that, as soon as it's gone, I just pop that out and then I replace it without having to replace my whole compact. Everything is $14 for the main body of it. The powders are $16. Eyeshadows are on sale for $8. They're normally $14. So we only have a handful of colors left. I think there's like 16 colors or so. So if you haven't had the chance to go grab yours, go grab it. Plus, depending on how many you buy, you get a free compact. So you either get, if you buy 4, then you get a quad. So it looks, this is a quad, just has one level to it, okay? If you order 10, you get a mini double decker that you can just keep on filling. This is my personal favorite size. I feel like it's the best deal. And if you buy 16, if you want all the different colors, then you get this big double decker. So isn't that just amazing? And you get to pick from all of the compact colors that we have. So that, I think is amazing too. We just came out with a whole bunch of new ones. I'm waiting for the mail to come. I think it's coming today. So I will definitely be showing you guys all the beautiful compacts. All right, so I like to, so the other side of this powder brush, you can just go over that and set your eyes, set underneath your eyes, and that absorbs any oils. It sets a foundation for your eyeshadows, okay? So I always do that, whether you're dry or whether you're oily. This kind of creates the primer for you. All right, so I'm gonna put on a little bit of blush. I'm kind of obsessed with our brand new color. It's Plum. It's just a really beautiful neutral color. Some kind of smile. I like to kind of go up and down and pull it back. And I got kind of a lot on that side. So you just take your perfector sponge, blend it out. No big deal, it's a cream. Okay. And then roll that back. And then that kind of settles, everything kind of settles into your skin too. So, and then I'm gonna be going over it again with some powder in a little bit. Okay, so now basically the whole face is done. I don't remember if I did it or not. I like to set my contour with some bronzer. Okay, all right. So now ready for the eyes. First thing I am going to do is I'm going to use Trust. That's this dark brown. We're out of it right now. We are going to be getting all new colors. All the old colors will be coming back just in a new formula, as well as a whole bunch of new colors. We have glitters if you like glitter. There's going to be sheens, mattes. But all the colors that we currently have, we will still have available. So my brows are a little darker. So if you're needing a darker color in the colors that we have currently, I would recommend Coal, okay? It's a really beautiful dark brown color. So the way you do your brows, kind of do a little line right here in the front, and then you're just gonna create a base. So you're just gonna go right underneath there. Your arch, natural arch, should be nose, middle of your pupil, and that's where your arch should be, and then you kind of turn that, and then work on your tail. The tail should not go any lower than that eye line, okay? So you don't want to have your tail go too far down or have it be too short. Okay, so once you have that base, then you just kind of start filling it in. Filling in your eyebrows, if you do nothing else, then it just gives you a polished look. You want them to look natural, of course, but it just kind of just gives you a natural look. And then with the little spoolie on the other side, you blend. So then it looks really good and natural. So, okay. So just making that little line coming right up there, and then creating that base underneath, and then dropping that down. Once you create the base of the shape that you like, then, I mean, it's pretty simple. Then it's just a matter of going up, and you don't want to put too much on. I'm going light-handed, because you can always go back and darken it a little bit, but it's pretty hard to, well, it's just easier to not do it too dark. If you get it too dark, it's not the end of the world. Just use your spoolie and try to get the dark spots off the best you can, but it does take a little bit more work. And then just bring that down, okay? So then take the other side, brush it out. Eyebrows, gives you a polished look. So I've told you this before, but if you haven't been here, take like a shimmer, so like a light shimmer color. So you can just do your eyebrows and then take like an eyebrow brush, and you can just gently dab it. These are really pigmented, so you don't need a lot, but you just kind of come over onto the top and then onto the other side. And then a little bit right here, kind of feather it out. So even if you're not an eyeshadow wearer, doing your brows and just doing that little bit of lightening there makes a world of difference. It just kind of makes you look polished again. And so that's just, if you're really busy and you don't have time to do the whole shebang, then just kind of go through and do that. That will help. All right. Let me know you're here. Give me some hearts if you've tried this or if this is making sense. Okay, so that would be for a super fast look. All right, so now today I wanted to show you kind of for hooded eyes, just kind of a simple eyeshadow look. So I am going to be using a couple different colors. You don't have to use this many colors. I'm gonna start out super simple and then I'm going to build. So super simple, just running around, you're staying home, you're running around with the kids, you got some errands or, just run off to work or whatever. I'm gonna use Lullaby. So that is this really beautiful matte purpley color. I'm using the fluffy side and I'm gonna go right here about halfway and then bring it to the end, okay? So I don't typically go with a darker color all the way in here because it pulls the eye closed. I want to open, make your eyes big and bright and open them. And on your lighter color, you can come all the way up to the crease because on hooded eyes or deep set eyes, we want to pull the eye out. We never want to pull it back. So you're typically not going to do a lot with the crease. So don't need a lot. A little bit goes a long way. So again, I like to come out here because if it's a little darker out there, I don't mind that because it just adds contour that I usually darken out there anyway. And so you're just kind of pulling it in about halfway or so and then bringing it all the way up, okay? So you could even do just a sweep of this color on Wednesday, bend and snap, just kind of putting that up there with your little highlighting on the inside and good to go. Okay, but I want to do a little bit more than that today, so I'm going to take on Wednesday. So as you're aging, of course, we all know that we don't want a ton of shimmer, but I like to add a little bit just because I feel like it brightens the eye. So I'm just going to take some of this on Wednesday. It's just this really pretty pinky color. And I'm going down just on the center of the eye. Again, I'm brightening it out, and then I'll just kind of blend it out a little bit. Hopefully you can see the difference that makes. So just adding a little bit of highlight there. And then brightening it out, okay? All right, so then already that just adds a little pop to your eye. All right, so now one of my colors that I really love with Lullaby, it came out the same time, is called Bird. It's just a medium brown color. And I'm gonna go ahead and use this fluffy side again. If you want a little more dramatic look, you can apply it with the other side of it. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of Bird and I'm coming out. So again, with hooded eyes or deep set eyes, you want to be careful you're not in the crease. So there's that bone on the top. You can see my eyes kind of are a little hooded and they're getting more so as I age. So But you're gonna start here in a little circular and then just kind of bring it in right here. Okay. Hi, Amanda, welcome. And then that just kind of frames all of that. So notice, just a little bit. It's not a lot, but it's just enough to kind of add some dimension. So then again, as I said, if you want just a little bit more, you can take this smaller side and you can go right on top of that and then bringing it in. So this is going to give you the appearance that you have a darker color in your crease, but in actuality, you're pulling the eye out and making it bigger. Okay, so I'm just gonna go, and I'm just doing like a quick day look. Just wanted a little bit of dimension. You can definitely go deeper and darker if you wanted to, but I'm just kind of wanting just something simple and easy today. Okay, so can you see the difference? Can you see how it just kind of makes it pop, makes your eye pop? And then again, if you want to just add a little more definition, then you just use this smaller side and come right up on top of that bone here and then bring it in. So you could even go with a darker color if you wanted even a little more drama, or say you had your day look, you're going into evening look, then you could take a darker color, and I may as well just show you this. So just take your smaller side, take a little deeper color, and then you can just kind of take that right out here. So it's kind of, I call it kind of a CV. So it's not really a C and it's not really a V. And then just kind of blend that, kind of blending it out, all out. So can you see how that just defined it a little bit more? Gives you just a little bit more definition. So, and this I did with coal. This is coal. So again, I'm just barely taking it just to that very outside. Kind of that little V, C. And this would be something if you want just a little bit more dimension, you're going out, you're taking it from a day look to a night look. Just by adding something simple there, just really changes it and makes it just a little more dramatic. Okay, all right, so now one thing that I really love to do with hooded eyes or eyes that are more set back is take some kind of a shimmer. So Rome, Sabrina, I'm gonna use Twilight today, and it has a little bit of a sheen. And I'm gonna take it right here, right by the lash line, and just bring that along the lash line. Kind of like where your liner would be. And blend that out just a little bit. And so, I'm not sure if you can tell the difference, but what that does is it kind of catches the light and it pulls your eyelid out and open. You wouldn't want to do that over the whole lid because you wouldn't want to emphasize any lines or wrinkles that you have, but just doing a little bit right there. Hi, Kelsey, I'm so glad you're here. Just doing that a little bit is just gonna pull out. It kind of like does for your eyes what Illuminator or it just gives it a healthy look, and it pulls the light. It touches the light there. Okay, so again on this side, you're just coming right down, right by the lash line, and it pulls the eye out. Okay. Alrighty. And that is something that, again, you don't want to go too high up. You don't want to go too far out. Just along that lash line, and it pulls the eye out and just really catches the light there. Okay. All right. So now Normally I would do a liner. I have a favorite liquid liner by Clinique. It Cosmetics has a really good one as well. So a lot of times I'll just do that and then do just a small little cat eye. And then that kind of really opens the eye as well. I left it upstairs, so I won't be doing that today, so plan B. I'm gonna go ahead and go with, I'm gonna wipe off my brush because I don't want that extra shimmer there. But but it's good to show you that you can, these have so much pigmentation that you can use them for liner as well. So I think I'll go ahead and use Coal because that is a color that we still have available. Oh, actually Salem, let me see. Yep, we do have Salem. So I'm gonna go ahead and use Salem. That is this color right here. A deep brown, Coal would be beautiful, or I'm gonna go ahead and just use Salem today. So typically when you're doing your liner, you wanna start from your bottom up. And like I said, I don't normally use my phone as my mirror, so I'm not sure exactly how this is gonna go. But this is real life, right? Okay, so by doing the bottom first, kind of bringing it up here, and then pulling the top, it gives you a happy eye. A lot of times people do their liner from the top and go down and then meet it here, and it kind of droops the eye and gives it a sad eye. So anything that we can do to lift and create happiness is important in my book. And then you just pull that right out there to meet it. And then you can see how that just kind of opens and defines the eye. Okay. Ken is an amazing liner. Hi Hope, welcome. So glad you're here. Okay, to the other side. And just bringing that up. And I'm gonna just drop that a little bit. Hopefully this is looking okay, since how I usually need reading glasses to look this close and use a magnifying. Okay. So just bring that out again, create that happy eye. Pull it up. Okay, so see how it just opens the eye and pulls it out? And then even with the hood, you know, my eyes don't look near as hooded as they did when we started. So it just kind of pulls the eye out, and by not having it in the crease and having it on the bone, I think is huge. And then putting just that little bit of illumination just along the lash line, it just really helps to catch the light and pull the eye out. So thank you, Ashley. All right, so now a little bit of mascara. This happens to be Superhero by It Cosmetics. And so you just come right here. And just kind of bring it right underneath. And if you kind of like go back and forth a little bit, then that creates a strong foundation that you can build upon from there. And then if you kind of roll on the top, oh. That's what Q-tips are for, right? Okay, I'm gonna have to do this. So, and just work it through. This particular mascara, you don't really go over it like most mascaras, I put a layer on, then I do, you know, something else in my face, and then I go put another layer on just to get it thick and full. This particular one, then it's kind of a one-shot deal, but it's so good that you only need to do it once in order to get the most out of your lashes. So that's one thing that I really like about this mascara. Okay, whoops, try the other side. Another thing too with your mascara, you may already know, but you should never pump it. It's gonna dry out your mascara and you'll go through it. It won't last as long. But if you roll the wand inside of it and then just bring it out so then it gets off all the excess, it will load your brush and your mascara will last a lot longer. Awesome, yes, this is a really good mascara for sure. And it has free shipping. I wish I had like a discount code for you or whatever, but I'm not quite that cool yet, but someday I'll be able to do that for you. But free shipping, I believe you can also get it locally, but usually if you order it directly from them, then they send you get options of getting a couple free samples that you can try as well if you like to try new things. So, you know, I used to do that. I used to rinse my mascara brushes, but I don't really so much anymore. It depends on your mascara. Some mascara that are pretty water soluble, you can do that with, but the reality of it is by the time your mascara is starting to get dried out, then it's probably just about time to change it, because you can definitely, you know, make it last. Some mascaras, it ruins them even more to rinse out the brush. So it kind of depends on your mascara to begin with. And then you should switch out your mascara every couple months anyway, just because there's bacteria that gets into your, you know, just by working with your eyes, and then it gets into your tube. And so really, for the health of your eyes, you should switch out your mascara every couple of months. So definitely used to do that. And then I was a visiting expert for Clinique for many, many years, and I just realized, anyway, and actually their mascaras, it ruined it. I tried it. That's probably the bottom line. I tried it. But then I also realized how important it is to switch out your mascara after a couple months. So anyway, so that's my long answer for that. But if you're going to throw, I mean, if you've got a mascara that's kind of at the end anyway, I mean, you can certainly try to rinse out the brush and see what happens if you know you're going to throw it away anyway. But if you just got it and you've only had it a few weeks, I wouldn't chance it if it were me. Alrighty, so now I am going to put a little bit of Illuminator on. This is our Dream Illuminator. And so illuminators just kind of come right on the top. This is like the perfect, I described it in one of my posts as the perfect Pinkalicious, because it's just this, it's a really pale, I don't know if you can see that very well, but it's super, super pale pink, and it just hits the light ever so beautifully and ever so subtly. So if you're, you know, again, just kind of on the go, you don't want a ton, but you want something, this is amazing. Okay. Alrighty. So now I'm going to just line. I'm going to actually use my contour to line my lips. Hopefully I got most of that off, most of the Salem off, so I'm not lining in black. But by doing your contour, I'm not putting very much on. It just deepens. And by doing it just slightly on the, you still want to be on your lip line, but going on the outside kind of creates a little more fullness in the lip. If you have thinner lips like me, you want that. If you feel like your lips are full enough just the way they are, then do it kind of right on the color. So now I'm gonna go ahead, and because I used plum on my cheeks, I want you to see that you can just use that same color. So just a little bit and kind of going over that. Okay, and last time I used black cherry on it, which is this color. It looks really dark, but it's a gorgeous lip gloss color. Can you see that? It really goes over a lot of them so beautifully. But today I am going to show you Petal. So this is one of our glosses as well. This is Petal. Thank you. And so it's just a super pale. It's almost like the same color as the Dream Illuminator. And I'm just gonna go over it. And so because I'm just trying to add a little bit of brightness, can you see how that just catches the light? This is going to absorb into my lips a little bit more. And then it just kind of gives you kind of a little pouty look almost. And you should never like rub your lips together like that. Pop them, pop, pop, pop. And then that will blend perfectly without rubbing it all off or getting it all over your mouth. All right, so then I like to just go ahead and go over one last time, the big end, go into my vanilla dust, and just kind of set everything for the last time. I absolutely use Maskcara skincare as well. I had it down here, but I took it back upstairs. It, again, you know, where I was a Clinique and have worked for some other cosmetic companies, I felt like you needed the, 10 steps to kind of really make everything work. And I was a little hesitant, I'll be honest, about switching my regimen. But then I met the people that actually make the milk. And when I saw her skin, she's older. I don't know exactly how old she is, but she's gotta be probably in her 70s, I would imagine. And her skin looks like a rose petal. And so that's when I decided I am gonna give this a shot. And so I started using it, and instantly my skin felt so soft. And so it's never been softer. And I was in some lines and wrinkles some little lines that I was getting on the sides, they've started to heal. And so, and I know for my daughter, she would still, have some kind of blemish on her face, and she just doesn't even have that issue anymore. If I do start getting something myself, then if I make sure that I put the toner especially on it, and then a little bit of the milk, then it completely heals it. I've put it on my grandkids before, when they've had like little skin things. We have one of our grandchildren has eczema pretty badly, and it's made a significant difference on that. I teach water aerobics and water Pilates and stand-up paddleboard fitness, and I went to a training in Arizona in the spring, and the entire conference was in an outdoor pool without any shade. And coming from Idaho to Arizona, which I grew up in Arizona, but still I've been in Idaho for a long time. And so my skin coming out of winter had not seen a lot of sun. And so even though I put 50 on sunscreen, all of that, just being out for days on end in the sun, then I was so red and so burnt. And so I thought for sure I was gonna peel and have all kinds of things going on. And so I decided to put milk to the test. And so I put it on those areas, and I actually have pictures. Either you can find me on Instagram, Mama.Justine, or on my Facebook page. And I don't remember where I posted that picture, but by the second day, it was just a light pink. I mean, I was like lobster red, and then it was just a light pink. And then probably within 4 days, I can't remember, I have it in the posting, but less than a week, a lot less, like 4 days or 5 days, then the sunburn was completely gone, and I never once bubbled and I never once peeled. So that was kind of a huge testimony to me about the benefits of it. And then just coming back from convention, I learned that it actually has, so the lactic acid in it is a healing property, and it also has honey, which is a natural antibiotic. So that's one reason why it's so amazing and so healing for the skin, and helps with scarring, acne, wrinkles, and there's just 3 steps to it. You can exfoliate and all of that kind of stuff on top of it, which is recommended, but it actually has witch hazel in the toner, so it is a natural exfoliator as well. So I'm gonna be doing a video. I actually promised somebody I'd do a video on skincare like a month or 2 ago, and my summer just kind of got away from me. And so anyway, so I will try to do that really quickly on the skincare. But today I wanted to concentrate on eyeshadow because we still have some sale eyeshadows left, and I didn't want you to miss out on them. And so go play, experiment, get a free compact, share this, comment, like, whatever, if you thought it was helpful, and tag a friend if you think that they would benefit from it. And then I also wanted to let you know that we are building our team. We are doing an amazing team meeting in Nashville, and it's only for artists. So it's gonna be a huge training. Some amazing keynote speakers are coming, and so I wanted to invite you to come join our team. So, and what I mean by that is just kind of joining my team, which then puts as part of Savannah, my daughter's team, and there's some really great things that are happening. So anyway, I wanted to extend that invitation to you if you think that that is something that you would be interested in. And it's super fun, and you guys are just make my day. So thank you so much for being here. Please let me know if you have any questions at all. I go back and answer everything, and you guys just have a wonderful day. So I will see you next time. Thank you.